Hi everyone, welcome to Advice to Think Twice. This is Monica and I'm doing our August mid-monthlies. This will be for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. This is take 3, Aries. One of my boys, one of my cats, does not want to cooperate and just kind of settle down as I do some readings, but we're going to power through. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. All that helps me out a lot. And thank you to everyone who does. And what else? I am running a limited time special. All the information is in the description box. And be sure to watch all your signs. Keep an open mind. Take what resonates as it resonates with you. And let's get going. I'm using the Albino Weight Tarot deck for you. And let's just jump in here. What's going on for Aries for the rest of August? Aries for the rest of August 2021. There we go. 2 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, the Hangman, the Tower, Queen of Wands, Hierophant, the Emperor, Page of Swords, the Chariot, 10 of Wands. What's going on here? Well, you clearly have a decision to make. Bottom of the deck, the King of Swords. So we have you showing up in your own reading in terms of how you see yourself. So you see yourself in your power. You see you acknowledge that the decision is with you. Okay, you have the power to make this decision, or you have the responsibility of making this decision. You feel like you need more information. You might be speaking to a specialist of sorts, an expert of sorts. This could be a legal matter. Yeah, I go again, decision time. So the current situation, you're going back and forth. You're weighing your options. What if I do this and what if I do that? Should I choose this or should I choose that? Okay, the challenge is the 6 of Pentacles. For some of you, you have a decision to make that involves other people. And it would make sense with you showing up as the Emperor, because the Emperor is responsible for a lot of people. So you're responsible for a lot of people, potentially. And so it's a big decision. You are trying to make sure that you're doing the best thing for everyone involved. For others of you, I feel like someone is conditioning you. Someone is, it's not really blackmail, but it's in that area where you could do this, fine, but if you did this, I would help you out financially. You know what I mean? So there's a choice between at least 2 options, one of which might come with extra perks if you chose it. So it's more tempting is what I'm trying to say here, but you'll have to decide if that's what's best for everyone involved. I also see, for some of you, this is around commitment, partnership, marriage. So there might be children involved, or there's property, there's assets involved. And so it could be a decision of, do I stay or do I go? Because if I were to stay, I have these perks, I have these benefits, this is already set up, this has already been built, I've already invested in this, I know what to expect, etc. But something happened where you're not happy. It destabilized you, or it destabilized the situation that you perceived to be stable and fair, actually. Because the 6 of Pentacles is a challenge. Okay, so someone wasn't pulling their weight. Someone wasn't doing what they were supposed to do. Someone was taking more than they were given. In the past, there we go, we have the Queen of Wands. So, Aries, Leo, Sag energy, could be your energy, it could be someone you dealt with. It could also be an external person. For some of you, I am seeing this as an external party here, whether that's in a romantic sense or whatever other capacity. But here's the temptation. She's coming up as a temptation. She, he, whatever the situation is. What is this card? The Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, she's coming up with a temptation or a tempting offer. And you're sitting in between One choice is this tempting offer, but you'd have to start rebuilding. You'd have to start from scratch, and it would take a long time. And the other choice is the commitment you're currently in, where you already know how it's set up, you already know what to expect, you have maybe some perks, some benefits, a sense of stability. And here's the wrench. All of a sudden, it doesn't feel so stable anymore. Crowning you, we have the Hangman. So there's a lot, I hear a lot on the line, so you want to make sure you make the right decision. You might be withdrawing a little bit to try to wrap your head around everything, to make sure you're making the best decision. In the near future, we have the Hierophant, so this could be conversations about this. This could be conversations with your family, conversations with the people you're responsible for or you perceive yourself to be responsible for. This could be yeah, for some of you, I'm feeling like, family council, okay? This is what's going on. What do you guys think? So you can get their input to see if you can blend the two options, is to see if you can go in the new direction and take them with you. Does that make sense? If it's that kind of a dynamic, if it's a situation where it's an unfair partnership, it's an unfair unbalanced commitment that you're in, whatever kind it is. The Hierophant could even be you seeking some counsel, spiritual counsel, legal counsel, because we also have the King of Swords. The position representing you, you're in your power. We've said this already. You know the decision is up to you. You know it's a big decision. Because for some of you, this is, leaving a marriage. You're contemplating leaving a marriage where there's children, there's assets, there's property, there's plans, there's family insurance. I don't know. You know what I mean? So it would be messy. So you want to make sure that if that is what you decide to do, that is exactly what you want to do. Do you know what I mean? They have no doubts. In your environment, we have the Page of Swords. So here's the missing bit of information coming your way. It could be coming from this King of Swords. If you've emailed someone or called someone or went to see someone, asked for information, asked for support, asked for help. I do feel like I don't know why the camera keeps freezing. And here we go, it froze. I'm sorry, Aries. I don't know what's going on, but I think you really need to hear this message, because that's usually what happens when I get so blocked when trying to deliver a message. Okay, so we're going to power through. Yeah, I feel like it's more information in terms of legality. How would I go about this? What does it involve? What does it entail? What are my responsibilities, etc.? Okay, and that's what's coming in. It's in your environment making its way to you, this information. It is what you've asked for, what you've been waiting for. That's the missing bit. Okay, in hopes and fears, we have the Chariot. And in terms of hopes and fears, this is hoping, if that's, for some of you, if it's the situation of, can I go in this new direction and take you with me? Then this is hoping that you can do both and keep it on top of everything at the same time, right? Manage everything. If it's a case of choosing one way or the other, the Chariot tells me that you're trying to make sure, again, that you're being fair, and also that you're not being stubborn. Okay, you're trying to make sure that you're not being impulsive when making this decision, because you do acknowledge the fact that it is a big decision. Now, in the outcome, we do have the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands is an energy of completion. So for some of you, I feel like you are walking away from a situation. It may even involve moving out. For some, I'm seeing this as initially it's intended to be temporary, and it will be what it will be, right? Whether it turns into a permanent situation or that you get to go back to your current situation, it'll be different for everyone. For others, this could be taking a break. If it's about work and stuff, taking a break to clear your head, look at your options, do some more research. And for others of you, I do see, you will continue to stay in this partnership and this commitment, whatever kind it is, despite that whatever came to light that completely destabilized you, because you care more about your responsibilities and the promises that you made. It's not even about the other person or the other party, and you will carry the burden because that's what you agreed to do, right? I hear for better or for worse, and you take that seriously. Okay, so what is this Tower? What is this Tower in the foundation that destabilized everything? This could even be where someone else was entertaining other options. So it's not you, it's someone else that was tempted, and that's what comes to light, and that's what destabilizes things. What's this Tower? King of Cups. For some of you, it is a water sign, because we also have the Chariot. That's also the energy of Cancer and your hopes. There's an external party, okay? So whether this is in a romantic sense and someone is threatening a relationship or a marriage, or if it's in a business sense where there could be destructuring, restructuring, cutting people, cutting pays, whatever the case may be. And so the commitment itself has changed. What was agreed initially, the contract is changing, and you have to figure out, do I want to stay under these circumstances and honor that contract despite the fact that, you know, they're changing their side, or do I want to look elsewhere? For those of you, this is where someone has reached out to you and you have a choice to make between the two. And for some of you, this is someone reaching out to you confidentially. This is someone who knows what's about to happen, who knows that there's going to be, you know, people getting fired, that kind of thing. And they're reaching out to you confidentially, and they're telling you about it. And that kind of puts things into different gear for you. And you may be starting to look at what other options do I have? Or do I want to wait it out and see if it affects me or not? The Hangman crowning you. Yeah, the Ace of Swords. A decision needs to be made. A decision needs to be made quickly with the Ace of Swords. So you might want to take some time to think about it, but you won't have long to think about it. You know what I mean? There is a sense of urgency. There is a sense of pressure. What's this Hierophant in the near future? The High Priestess. So there is an element of secrecy, confidentiality. Hierophant, High Priestess, what else? Eight of Cups. I don't know why it freezes, guys. Yeah, I do feel like for some of you, you're contemplating leaving a commitment because of information that was revealed, because it told you that you were in something, you thought you were in something, but actually it was one-sided, or it was unfair, unbalanced. Or you have another option that's better for you. And also, there's something about what you were in, it's not what you thought it was. You know what I mean? You were taking your commitment seriously. You were taking your vows seriously. But the other party, not so much. And that's what's coming to light. Okay? The Emperor. Yeah, the Six of Wands. For you, I feel like it's pretty much, you kind of have to just decide what you want to do, because it's going to be a win-win for you either way, is what I'm seeing. So you either go from one job to another that's actually better and more balanced and fair for you, or you leave a relationship or a commitment that, again, it was one-sided, you were doing most of the work, or all the work. Someone was taking advantage of the fact that you took your responsibilities so seriously, to the point where they were like, oh, Aries will do it, Aries will take care of it, they'll fix it, because, you know, they're always there, they always said, you know, they'd do this and this and this, and they always keep their word, so I don't have to worry about it. And so someone just kind of just slacked, you know what I mean? Page of Swords in the environment. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. The missing bit, okay, the missing piece of information. For some of you, you're waiting on finalizing a contract, or you've been going back and forth with this person offering you a different job, a better job. It could even be a job within the same company, but you can't talk about the fact that there's going to be restructuring. Does that make sense? You have to keep it to yourself. But there's been negotiations back and forth, or there are going to be negotiations back and forth, and you're waiting on seeing it down on paper before, going full speed ahead with it. For some of you, that's what this is. And for others, this is the missing bit of information that leads to the change, okay? Another 10. You are leaving something behind. You are leaving something behind, because you have a couple of 10s in here. The Chariot in your hopes and fears. Yeah, you're hoping you're making the right decision. You are also, not everyone's going to be happy with your decision, but you also understand the fact that it is what it is, right? You can't please everyone, especially when it comes to a decision that concerns only you, right? You're a little apprehensive about the change, but at the same time, you know that it's for the best with the High Priestess there. And also based on the information you're receiving. The 10 of Wands and the outcome. The 9 of Swords. Yeah, you're leaving someone behind, because I'm not seeing that as you. Yeah, the 8 of Wands, you're looking forward, moving on up, travel, moving, relocating, changing job, going from one to the other, going from one status to a different one, going from one relationship to being single, being on your own, rebuilding yourself, or a different partnership altogether. Yeah, with the 7 of Wands, you're putting your foot down. I feel like this has been an ongoing situation. It hasn't gone past you, right? You have picked up on things here and there, red flags here and there. But again, because you took your responsibility so seriously, you were like, it's okay, I can do it, I can handle it, I'm not happy about this and that and the other. But again, I agreed to do this, I agreed to X, Y, and Z, so I'm going to do it. I don't care so much about what the other person does or the other party does. This is the commitment I made, and that is what I'm honoring. And that's I'm a little bit like that. That's a very honorable way of looking at things, but also it does open you up to being taken advantage of, right? And I feel like there's this little bit of information that just kind of, it's the straw that breaks the camel's back, okay, with the Tower. And sets a whole another thing in motion, where you're going from one thing to another. You're leaving something that was unbalanced, that could not have a long-term future because it was one-sided. You picked up on things here and there, but you were trying to power through. Speaking of powering through. But something happens, there's some information revealed, some other offer or opportunity comes in that makes you kind of reassess everything, put things into, on the scales. Okay, this is what it was, this was what it was supposed to be, what is it really, what am I getting from this really, versus what could I have here, right? And it comes down to, is it fair? Is it balanced? And also you have a clear conscience, because regardless of the fact that yes, you can't please everyone, and it is unfortunate that this has to happen, but you know that your conscience is clear because you did your part. You kept your promises. Okay. So I'll leave it there. I hope this makes sense to you, and I hope that it helps if you are dealing with these energies. Let me know. Okay, I'm looking forward to some feedback here. Thanks for bearing with me through the technical difficulties. But again, I feel like it's because you really needed to hear this message, so I hope it reaches as many of you as possible. Okay, so I'll leave it there. Trust yourself. You're doing the right thing. You're thinking about things the right way. Trust yourself. Make the decisions you need to make, and keep going. Keep it going. Okay, so I'll leave it there, guys. Thank you so much for your support. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.